Estate planning, it can be an emotionally charged topic, but when it comes to taking care of your loved ones, it's an extremely important task. So joining me right now is Charleston's retirement coach, Brandon Bowen. Brandon is the CEO and founder of Bowen Financial Group. He's also a popular radio show host right here in the Low Country. Brandon, good to see you as always.
Good morning again.
You having a good week?
Yes.
I'm excited to talk to you because I don't think I've talked to you about this topic, and it's something certainly that affects all of us. And I think a lot of us are under the impression that when it comes to estate planning, if you update your will, that's good enough. Like that's all you have to do. Is that true? Yes or no?
Well, it depends, right? So this is I do like talking about this topic, and I believe that everyone needs to have at least their beneficiaries updated, and think about that as your kids are growing and so update your beneficiaries and have a will, right? Those are two simple things to do. Wills don't cost much. They're very low cost. But as far as a trust and having a trust, that totally depends on the type and the amount of investments that you have.
Okay, so that brings me to my next question. Let's talk about probate courts. You hear that a lot when it comes to estates and planning. What is it and what role does it play in all of this?
Yeah, so probate court, if you have a will or don't have a will, your estate is going to go through probate, okay? And so that means there's a judge that's going to sit there and read through and make sure your money goes where you wanted it, where you want it to. But the problem is it's all public, okay? So it's all public knowledge, how much money you had, that kind of thing. It can take up to 1 to 2 years. And lawyer fees can cost up to 5 to 10% of the gross estate value. So we want to try to avoid probate court if we can. I'll give you a quick example. I've got some clients here in Charleston. He has one sister, and his mom was alive. She lived up in Rock Hill, and the mom was not a client of mine. But mom passes away, and turns out she had $4 million. Okay, so she had done a great job saving, and so, but she passes away, and there was a caregiver that came into the picture to help give care, but only for like a few months. But the caregiver decided that she deserved $250,000, and so then they sued, right? So now it goes to court. Long story short, my client comes back in 2 years later, and he says, "Brandon, this is the worst thing. It's finally over. The lawyers charged us a total of $400,000.
What?
We had to just pay off the other lady." And he said the worst part is I don't even talk to my sister anymore. Okay, it's ripped our family apart. This money's been the worst thing we could even think of, and all of this could be avoided with a revocable living trust.
Right. So they lost the attorney fees. They had to pay her off, and it severed his relationship with his remaining.
Yep.
That's awful. So
Terrible.
To avoid that, you say trust, but is everyone a candidate? Like, who needs a trust? Who should do a trust? What does that mean?
Yeah, so a revocable living trust, those are the ones that we like. It's revocable. You can change your mind, right? You set it up while you're alive. And so it protects you for litigation right now. Let's say you might get sued in a car wreck or anything right now. If you've got some assets, a trust can help protect those. If you become incapacitated and don't know who you are, someone can, power of attorney can help pay things and keep the estate in place. And then, of course, once you pass away, the money, you can control that money from the grave. Okay. I like to say, what if your children or child is not making the best financial decisions right now, and maybe some money might not be good for him or her? Well, you can set it up to help protect them. What if they get divorced? We hope not, but you want your money to stick with your family. So there's a lot of things that, for those people that have saved and prepared, and, for you to still control that money after you're gone.
Right. There's so much to think about with this, so many scenarios that could happen. So another question that seems to come along is, how much control and privacy will I actually have? Do you have an answer to that?
Yeah, complete. I do feel like people would, they kind of hesitate to get a trust in place because they feel like they're losing control of their money. Like they might have a lot of it sitting at the bank or in just a little individual brokerage account or joint account at an investment account. Well, moving it into the trust, you're just changing the name of it. Okay. You still completely control it. You can set it up. You can be, the person that administers and controls the trust. So you have complete control. And again, you can control it once you're gone.
Okay. And my last question, I always love when I ask things like this. What's the difference that you see? Your clients that have used you for a trust, how have they benefited in this situation?
Yeah, they
Good story.
peace, right, peace of mind, right? And I feel like this is my answer to if people take these steps, well, they don't have that cloud looming over them of like, I need to do that. That's something I've been putting off, and it's like getting a root canal. One of my good friends he does root canals. He's like, people hate seeing me, right? You never want to need them. So getting a trust in place and going talking to a lawyer, maybe even a financial advisor. A lot of people maybe put it off. I'll do it later, but now could be a great time if you got some time on your hands here with this corona, or whatever. But yeah, I mean, once you put it into place, you can check that off your list. You know that you have created an estate plan and a legacy that is going to far outlive you.
That's wonderful. Add it to your checklist right now. For all of you watching at home right now, estate planning is such an important part of retirement planning. So if you want to learn more about preparing for a retirement with confidence, Bowen Financial Group has a great offer for you. Right now, the first 5 callers with a portfolio of $500,000 or greater, they are offering a complimentary full-blown retirement plan just for you. This will allow Brandon and his team to schedule a phone call, a video call, or an in-office meeting so they can speak with you personally and provide you with a roadmap, analyze where you are right now, and discuss your best steps to get ready for a successful retirement. A game plan to get you where you need to be. It's easy. Simply call or text the number now. It's 843-285-6755. Again, that's 843-285-6755. Brandon, as always, thank you for such great information today. We'll see you next
Thank you,
week.
Aaron.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.